Welcome to the show. Today on 6 Minutes or Less, we're going to take a look at the Wounded Warrior Project Foundation. They were an organization that was started by a veteran to take care of those veterans that are in need of help. There have been several allegations of misuse of funds, and we're going to take a look at how the leaders of this organization have taken very morals and values that the company was based upon and throwing them aside to make room for their own personal agendas. When we asked the Wounded Warrior Project executives to comment on our expose, they refused to give any type of comment, which in most terms means they didn't want to incriminate themselves. We found some of the former employees, however, that wanted to comment on the actions of the Wounded Warrior Project. One such individual is retired Army Staff Sergeant Eric Millett. He went on record as saying, yes, they did give him some training in a program they call Warrior Speak. This program is one that helps veterans to be able to do some public speaking. Soon after they hired him as well as to do public speaking for the Wounded Warrior Project. However, Mr. Millett quit the foundation after he basically found out that all he was doing is being a success story for the foundation, helping to raise more money for the foundation. He felt that it wasn't really helping veterans, but reinforcing WWP as a foundation worth giving money to. This was a very interesting dynamic that added to the picture of the findings being discovered. But then after consideration, maybe he was just a disgruntled employee that felt as if he wasn't being valued for his contribution to the project. We did get an interview with what they call a charity watchdog. I found that a very fascinating name. Daniel Borochoff. He wasn't concerned about about what the CEO, Steven Nardiza, was getting paid for his salary, or anybody for a matter of fact. What he did find very disturbing was the excess of money that the charity was sitting on. It was in excess of $248 million. Now, $248 million, and they're just sitting on it, waiting for that right moment to do what they have to do. So basically, they're raising money for veterans and only spending a portion of it on the veterans and the organizations that help these veterans. That goes against the basic values and mores of the program, on which the program was created for. This alone is a violation of the ethics of the types of this type of charity. Wait, this just in. We have some breaking news that just came in. The Wounded Warrior Project Board of Directors, that after some consideration and controversy, they have voted to let go the current CEO, Steven Nardizi, and the COO, Al Giordano, due to the accusations that they were misappropriating money and spending money in which it was intended for and raised for the veterans and the organizations who help them. That's a pretty bold move that the board went with, but necessary in order to take some of the heat off the foundation and build a better reputation for the company. They did, however, with a positive movement, they elected retired Army Lieutenant General Mike Lennington. Having his background and his veteran status makes him the man for the job. After his hiring, the CEO made some changes, such as ending the Transition Training Academy, and it was the first one of many. He and the board have taken a long look at the programs and the locations of the Wounded Warrior Project and have closed 9 locations. And those people that are located there are being moved to other programs to better assist the veterans that they serve. Even though the Wounded Warrior Project has come under some scrutiny for the funds being used unwisely and not where they were intended for, they're making changes and getting back to the original spirit of the organization and doing what is right for the people that they intended to help at the start of the organization. Thanks for sticking with us today on 6 Minutes or Less, and I hope you guys have a great day. Go Air Force.